Now, the number one thing that I do not like about the Pulse Elites is, yo, what up, squad? All right, so a good amount of you guys out there, man, have been asking me, yo, C-Kid, should I get the brand new PlayStation Pulse Elite gaming headset or should I go with the OG PlayStation Pulse 3D? Well, in this video right here, man, the goal is to break it all down to you guys and which headset in my review here is actually going to be the right one for you. And like always, man, go ahead and hit that like button, man, if you guys like how honest, how real, as well as how funky I keep it in my videos, man, as well as, you know, how much fun we have while we here. Now, the first thing we actually got to talk about, man, and we got to get it out of the way, and that has to deal with the pricing out of both of these and what your pockets can actually afford versus what you know your pockets can't afford. Because let's be honest, with groceries right now, and I know we're going off a little tangent, but with groceries right now, like just adding like 4 things to your cart will have you at $100 easy. Like, somebody, can we fix that? Anyway, so pricing wise, when it comes to the brand new PlayStation Pulse Elite headset, these come in at $150, and with the OG Pulse 3D headset, these come in at $100. Now listen, I can't help you guys make a decision since I'm not actually trying to be in y'all pockets like that. You know how much you got in the bank. I don't, but I will say, if you know your wallet, when you guys open it up and you're gonna be looking at it, you see that Jordan crying meme face in there, then don't be trying to stretch it and pay the extra $50 to get these right here when you know you ain't got it. The question is the extra $50 actually worth it? Let's keep going and I'm gonna tell you. Now, the next thing I want to talk about with you guys has to deal with the design of each one of these headsets right here and pretty much which one I think is the better one. And for me, man, hands down, I have to go with the brand new Pulse Elite. But before y'all go crazy in the comments, let me go ahead and break it down to you why I think this is. So starting with the Pulse 3Ds, right? I think design-wise, these here are straight, man. I honestly, when I got them on my head, I don't see any issues with them. And I'm actually glad that they actually took a lot of the design features of this one and actually included it and carried it over to the brand new Pulse Elites. For example, I like this whole rubber band thing that they got going on right here. I feel like it's really comfortable when it sits on my head, even when I'm not wearing a hat. Plus, this rubber band thing right here, man, I also feel like it's really easy to clean if you guys put oil or some type of grease in your hair. Now, when it comes to the ear cuffs, this is where I gotta be honest with you guys. I gotta keep it funky. I gotta tell you guys the truth. I have a love-hate relationship with both pair of these ear cuffs, and let me explain what I mean. Starting with the Pulse 3Ds, I love the fact that the ear cuffs in itself are stable. They don't move, they don't wobble all around, but that's about it, because I do not like how stiff the leather material used on these ear cuffs, because when you guys actually compare it to the Elites, I'm telling you right now, man, it is a night and day difference in comfort level, which I'll get to that here in a second. Then when it comes to the 3Ds here, I do not for 1 second like all of the damn buttons that they put on this left ear cuffs. Like, I'm trying to figure out who was that one person that was like, yeah, we gonna change the game with this move right here. When they see all of these buttons that we put on this one ear cuff right here, boy, people gonna go crazy. Listen, Sony, trust me, it ain't the wave at all, especially because all of the damn buttons are the same. Like, you really can't tell what you guys are pressing because the buttons are literally the same. Listen, when I'm gaming, right, I got my controller in hand, my imaginary controller in hand, and I need to do something as simple as just increase and decrease the volume. I find myself always having to take these bad boys off my head so that way I can just find the damn volume button. But as always, I end up accidentally pressing the mute button, and it's just so annoying, y'all. Like, I know I'm not the only one that's out there that has done this before. Let me know down in the comments if you are part of the accidental mute button gang. I also don't like, man, if you have the Pulse 3Ds connected up and using them, you can't actually use the mute button on the DualSense controller to be able to mute the microphone on these headphones. And I know some of you guys out there are gonna say, well, see, kid, I actually like having the game chat mixer on my headset. Well, I'm gonna say this to all 7 of y'all, then the Pulse 3Ds might be the one for you. But for the other 2.3 million of us, we can just use the chat mixer that's quickly can be accessed from the quick menu tray. Boom, problem solved, and you can have a way cleaner headphone setup than what we got right here. Now, the next thing we gotta talk about is the Pulse Elites. Now, the number one thing that I do not like about the Pulse Elites is how wobbly these ear cuffs are. Sony, come here, fam. Hire me on as an advisor, because I would have told you guys from jump that wobbly ear cuffs is not the wave. Honestly, it makes the entire gaming headset just feel like a less premium device, in my personal opinion. Just having them in my hands right here, like, you can hear how like cheap and kind of rattly they sound versus these right here. these ain't moving at all. But to a certain extent, and I'm not giving them a pass here when it comes to these wobbly joints right here, so don't go crazy on me in the comments, but I will say I do understand why they did what they did once I actually tried both of these headsets on. See, when it comes to the Pulse 3Ds right here, they fit very snug to your face, and after a long period of time with having these on, you actually begin to feel pressure on your face, like right here underneath your ears, like towards your upper cheek area near your glands, and after a while, it becomes a little bit uncomfortable. So with this wobbly, more loosened design, it actually allows the headset as well as the ear cuffs not to put so much pressure on your face, which helps you guys to be able to wear these headphones right here a whole lot longer without having no discomfort. But I still needed them to somehow come up with a much better solution and a way to fix this issue, because these bad boys right here, whew, they be dancing, boy. But to me, man, honestly, that's where my issues stop. Well, not really where my issues stop, because I do got one more issue with these, and we're going to discuss that a little later, so make sure y'all keep watching. When it comes to the comfort of using this faux leather that they got right here on the ear cuffs in itself, it is way more comfortable as well as softer than the actual real leather that we got on the OG Pulse 3Ds, and I love every bit of it, man. Also, I love the fact that they removed the whole game chat mixer on these right here and not having them on the ear cuff, and now only having the volume rocker on here, and they only got the power/Bluetooth button, and that's it. Literally, it's just 2 buttons, and I love it, man. So shout out to Sony, man, for addressing those issues that I had on the OG 3D ones, which I'm glad they actually listened to their customers and what we want. But Sony, I need you to listen to me now. Get rid of these dancing ear cuffs, man, because I'm telling you right now, these bad boys be moonwalking on my ears, bro. Now, when it comes to the microphone, right, we got to talk about the microphone on these right here. It has a retractable mic that has a mute button that's actually built right into it, and I can just press the button right here, or I can also press the button on my DualSense controller, and it's going to also mute these headphones right here on the Pulse Elites. So with all of that said, if it was me and it came down to just the overall design of which one I personally think is better, I would 100% go with the PlayStation Pulse Elites for all of the reasons that I just mentioned to you guys. Now, the next thing I want to talk about with you guys that I experienced doing my testing, which I feel is kind of more so the main reason why you even looking at buying these in the first place, and that is audio quality. Which one has the better audio quality and just sound quality overall? Now, I have to preface this answer, man, by saying that hearing good audio is really a subjective topic, as all ears, as y'all know, are not created equal, because your ears is actually different than my ears. I can see you right now. You over there sitting there with them spaceships on the side of your face. But just know, y'all, I have a great ear for audio as well as music and all of that, so you can trust what I'm gonna say here, and I'm not gonna steer you wrong. Now, to me, when it comes to both of these headsets right here, the clear winner between the two for me is the Pulse Elites again, but not from a bass perspective, but more so from a clarity level, especially when you guys mix in that PlayStation 3D audio. You legit started hearing things in games that you didn't even used to hear before. Like, I've heard a lot of you guys in the comments also mention the exact same thing. Like, I'm going back playing old games just so I can hear stuff that I didn't even hear when I was using these right here. So if you don't know, the Pulse 3D headset right here, it uses dynamic drivers, whereas the Pulse Elites here use planar magnetic drivers, which I know a lot of creators out there just kind of gloss over this and they just say, well, planar magnetic drivers are mostly used in high-end headphones, and they just kind of leave it at that. Well, I'm gonna kind of break it down and take it a step further so you can have a full understanding in layman's terms, like the difference between planar magnetic drivers and the importance of dynamic drivers. Planar magnetic drivers allow for more audio frequencies in whatever you guys are listening to. This is the reason why when you guys are listening to these headphones right here, why it actually might sound crispier to you. Whereas with dynamic drivers, like on the OG 3Ds here, you get more of a narrow frequency, which is why when you guys turn dynamic drivers volume all the way up, the audio starts to get a little bit distorted versus when you guys are using planar magnetic drivers, because these right here have a wider frequency range and sound that it can pick up, which allows for higher volumes with lower distortion, giving you guys that clarity that you guys are hearing in your audio. So I hope that actually makes sense. With that being said, in my testing with the Pulse 3Ds right here, I noticed that the audio sounded pretty good. Like, in my opinion, the Pulse 3Ds here, sound quality, like, it's good. Like, I tested these playing games like Call of Duty. I tested it playing God of War, Spider-Man, that Harry Potter game, which is actually a dope game, by the way. I'm still playing it, but It's a damn good game, y'all. And I also played like some NBA 2K, some Madden, because y'all already know I get busy in that. My brother, he don't want that smoke. But the audio sounded pretty decent in these, man. Like, it wasn't until I actually tried the PlayStation Pulse Elites is when I actually noticed a clear difference in clarity when it came to the sound quality. Now, I do feel on the Pulse 3Ds right here that the bass levels are more noticeable as well as deeper in audio quality. But when it comes to just clear, crispy audio mixed in with that 3D surround sound support, it's like you just go back and play like the games that you already played, like I said earlier, and you just replay them and you just started hearing all of these new sounds that you didn't hear before. Like, I was seriously, y'all, impressed by the audio quality on these Pulse Elites right here, which I kind of felt was weird because even though the Pulse Explorers that I have right here have the same planar magnetic drivers in them, but for some reason, those didn't really have the same effect on me. Like, I wasn't a huge fan of those, and I told you guys to hold off on those in this video right up here that I tested these out in, and I hope y'all listen to your boy because the Pulse Elites right here, man, sound quality is crispy as all get out. Now, for my bass lovers out there, I gotta be honest with you, the Pulse Elites, they have a decent amount of bass. Now, it's not over the top, crazy bass heavy or anything like that, but I will recommend if you guys are using these, go into your settings and turn on bass boost, the preset, and it should give you guys a solid mix of bass as well as clarity in your audio. And again, it's not crazy, but it's gonna be decent enough for you guys to be able to get by. But yeah, when comparing these two right here for gaming audio quality, like, to me, it's not even close. Like, you want to go with the Pulse Elite, y'all. The next thing I want to talk about is features as well as the software. Now, to me, this is where I feel like when it comes to the Pulse Elites right here, these kind of ran away with it for me, man. And I told you guys earlier that we was going to talk about it. So we're going to talk about it. And that is the damn microphone on these bad boys. Like, it is freaking goated. So on the Pulse 3Ds right here, the two microphones are actually hidden, whereas on the Pulse Elites right here, the microphone is retractable. But on the Elites right here, it has AI in it, which is going to allow for you guys to use this AI noise reduction feature. But on the Elites right here, it has this AI feature, which I know some of you guys out there actually asked me if you can turn off the AI noise reduction in the microphone. And to be honest with y'all, man, I've been looking and I haven't found a way to do so. So I'm just going to go on record and say this is a built-in feature on the microphone that you can't turn off. But essentially, I would be like eating a bag of chips or eating a bag of Skittles or crunching into my teammates' ears in party chat, and they will not hear any of that noise, man, going on in my headphones. Like, just listen to the microphone for yourself and you let me know what you guys think of the audio quality coming out of this microphone. The thing I want to actually test out with you guys, man, is the AI noise reduction within this microphone, because if it's as good as they say it is, then I should be able to eat my cheese and caramel mix here with Ruffle in the bag and all of that without nobody saying to me whenever I'm gaming with them, like, yo, who is this eating in my ear? Because I promise y'all, you know, it ain't me, although it is me. But hopefully now, you know, I should be able to ruffle my bag or whatever, and I ain't got to hear nobody mouth. So y'all let me know down in the comment section below if y'all hear me eating, if y'all hear the bag, or is the mic actually doing what it's supposed to do? Because if it is, I promise y'all, it's about to be some good eating up in this room. Actually test out with you guys, man, is the AI noise reduction within this microphone, because if it's as good as they say it is, then I should be able to eat my cheese and caramel mix here with Ruffle in the bag and all of that without nobody saying to me whenever I'm gaming with them, like, yo, who is this eating in my ear? Because I promise y'all, you know, it ain't me, although it is me. But hopefully now, you know, I should be able to ruffle my bag or whatever, and I ain't got to hear nobody mouth. So y'all let me know down in the comment section below if y'all hear me eating, if y'all hear the bag, or is the mic actually doing what it's supposed to do? Because if it is, I promise y'all, it's about to be some good eating up in this room. Now, if you guys do go with the Pulse 3Ds here, the OG version, my experience, I got to be real with y'all, the microphone was not the greatest. When I would ask people like, hey, how's my mic sounding? Is the sound quality good? A lot of people would be like, it's giving a lot of feedback. And then some people would say that the mic quality in itself was just not solid and stable. But when it came to the actual Elites right here, I got a completely different reaction. People would say the audio quality sounded clean. Plus, now I can actually eat all of the stuff that I want without nobody ever even knowing that I'm eating at all in their ears, which is so goated to me because I can eat everything I want in here. Also, one of the things I wanted to mention is that on the Pulse 3Ds here, I know that it was kind of a big deal to some, but that is you can actually remove the ear cuff like you see right here. Now, if you ever needed to replace them, you can do that with the Pulse 3Ds. But on something like the Elites right here, I've tried so many times trying to remove this thing right here to the point where I ain't want to break it. There is no way for you guys to be able to remove the ear cuffs. Now, to me, man, this is a major downside because as you guys know, ear cuffs over time, they gonna wear out. They gonna get dirty and all of that, and you're gonna have to replace them. But with these, you will have to replace the entire headset for $150. Whereas I would prefer the option like we got on the OG version here to just replace the cuffs and be good to go. So to me, this was a poor decision on PlayStation's part. But again, I get it, y'all. They trying to sell units. But look, I mean, hey, it's a business at the end of the day, so I guess I get it. But just know, I'm going to let you guys know right here on this channel right here, all of the information you need to know when it comes to the ear cuffs, so that way you guys can make the best possible decision for your wallets, because I ain't trying to see no Jordan meme faces. Also, when it comes to features and software, another reason why I actually choose the Elites over the Pulse 3Ds is because of the dual connectivity feature that's on these right here. So what I mean is, on the Elites right here, you have the option to be able to connect these up to your PS5 or PC, as well as you can connect it to your smartphone, which is usually a feature that is designated to like more premium and just more expensive gaming headphones, right? So if you guys got a phone call that come in while you guys are gaming and you want to go ahead and answer it, you can do that with these and still be able to hear your gaming audio as well as your gaming chat all mixed in together. Now, I know one question I know some of you guys had out there, which is a valid question, is can you guys mute the chat with your friends online in game so that way you guys can talk to whoever you guys want to talk to on the phone privately without your chat actually hearing your entire conversation? And the answer is yes, but it depends on the game that you guys are playing. So let's say, for example, you playing a game like Call of Duty, then all you guys have to do is go into your game settings and under audio, you want to go ahead and make sure you mute the voice chat option. This is going to mute your squad being able to hear you and also you being able to hear them. So that way you can only hear your game audio and you can only hear the person that you guys are talking to on the phone, and they are the only ones that can hear your entire conversation. So I recommend with this, just go ahead and check for that option into whatever game that you guys may be playing that has the game chat feature built in. But in short, yes, it is possible to be able to have private conversations with these connected to your phone, but just not like natively with a button press on the headset or something like that. It would be nice if they added that, but it ain't on here yet. But also keep in mind, when it comes to the Pulse 3Ds, these do not have dual Bluetooth capabilities. So if this is a feature that you would like when it comes to listening to music or talking on the phone while you guys are gaming, then you might want to actually go with the Elites over the Pulse 3Ds. I'm just saying. But just know, if you guys plan on listening to music on these new Elites, then I would say do not listen to music on here for one bit, man, because to me, they sounded way too flat from listening to music. But when it comes to the 3Ds, these didn't actually sound that bad when you're playing music through PlayStation using Apple Music or Spotify, whatever music service that you like to use. But just something you need to keep in mind. Now, the last thing I got to talk about with you guys, and that is a big con for me, man. And I know some of you guys out there said that you guys are having issues with it, and that is connectivity when it comes to the PlayStation Pulse Elite. Now, for me, I haven't had these drop on me one time since I've actually been using these and having it connected to my PlayStation. But I don't want to actually throw it out because I know although I'm not experiencing it, doesn't mean that it is not an issue that is happening, because several of you guys out there mentioned in my previous video that you guys would have random disconnects and different things like that. So I do want to make sure you guys are aware of this. It's something to look out for if you're looking at buying these. My main issue that I have with this, man, is just not being able to connect this to my PlayStation Portal. Now, a big selling point to the Pulse Elites over the Pulse 3Ds is the fact that it uses PlayStation's new PlayStation Link technology to connect it to its devices like the PlayStation Portal, which is, by the way, the only gaming headset that will work with the PlayStation Portal. And my main issue is I can't even get it to connect to save my freaking life. Like, listen, y'all, I've tried for hours and tried every single thing under the kitchen sink, man, to try to get it to work, and these bad boys will not connect. So hopefully we will see in the future update, in a firmware update, that they're gonna fix that. But for right now, I can't get these bad boys to connect to my PlayStation Portal. And I know I'm not the only one, because I saw a lot of you guys down in the comments saying that you were also having connection issues when it comes to your PlayStation Portal. So hopefully this is something Sony gonna fix. Now, I mentioned this in my Post Explorer earbuds video when I reviewed that right up here, and you can check that video out after this video. But I said in that video that I'm not really a huge fan of this whole new PlayStation Link technology that they're using, because I feel like it doesn't work as advertised. Like, it's not as reliable as, you know, your typical Bluetooth, and it just has way too many connectivity flaws in my personal opinion. I personally think that PlayStation should go back to the drawing board on that connectivity technology before it becomes like their main thing for connecting future peripheral devices and accessories and different things like that. They just need like some heavy R&D and just work out all the kinks first before they kind of really push this and bring this to market, like make it really mainstream. But yeah, for those of y'all out there that are having connectivity issues with these bad boys right here, just know you are not alone at all. But overall, y'all, in my opinion, man, I just gotta call a spade a spade. The Pulse Elites are by far the more superior gaming headset out of these two right here, for multiple different reasons that I mentioned in this video, including the charging dock, which I almost forgot to mention in this video, which is an absolute fire accessory, man. And as a bonus, if you guys didn't know, you can actually charge the DualSense controller on that same charging dock as well. But does that actually mean, man, that you should just get rid of and throw the Pulse 3Ds in the trash and no longer use them no more? Listen, I'm gonna say not at all, man. I still think if you guys own the Pulse 3Ds, these are still solid pair of gaming headphones, especially for the price point of only $100. It's just, when you try out the Pulse Elites for the first time and you hear that clean, crispy audio, man, that you guys are getting out of this, you're gonna be like, damn, like, I feel like I should probably save up that extra $50 that we talked about at the beginning of this video. But yeah, man, I hope this video helped you guys in some way. And if it did, man, and you now know the exact one to buy out of these two, if you've been on the fence about them, I feel like by this time, you should kind of have your answer by now. But y'all already know, man, if you got any questions, to let me know down in the comment section below. I got y'all. Also, be on the lookout real soon on my revamp of my channel memberships, man. So shout out to all of my current members that are out there. Shout out to all of the new people that are signing up. I'll be sending something out real soon to you guys, so be on the lookout for that, because we getting ready to revamp that entire thing. But if you guys like this video, go ahead and hit that like button down below, and also consider subscribing to the channel, because we are on our way, y'all. We on our way of hitting that 200,000 subscriber mark by the end of the year, and with y'all help, man, I know we can get there. So I'll see y'all in the next one. Squad, we out. We about to play with these elites.